Hi everyone, I am Pravida, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce from E-Content Development Center, Majlis Arts and Science College, Puramandor. Today I am going to take the topic e-commerce and e-business. What is e-commerce? E-commerce or electronic commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services or the transmitting of funds or data over an electronic network, primarily the internet. These business transactions occur either as business to business, business to customer, customer to customer or customer to business. In the last decade, widespread use of e-commerce platforms such as Amazon and eBay have contributed to substantial growth in online retail. E-commerce is powered by the internet, where customers can access an online store to browse through and place orders for products or services through their own devices. A few examples of e-commerce marketplace platforms include Amazon, eBay, Wayfair, Newegg, Alibaba, Overstock, etc. Next, I am going to discuss about limitations or disadvantages of electronic commerce. Though e-commerce offers many advantages to customers, business, society and nation, there are still some areas of concern that need to be addressed. The following are some of the limitations or disadvantages of e-commerce. First one is security. The biggest drawback of e-commerce is the issue of security. People fear to provide personal and financial information even though several improvements have been made in relation to data encryption. Certain websites do not have capabilities to conduct authentic transactions. Fear of providing credit card information and risk of identity limit the growth of e-commerce. The second point is lack of privacy. Many websites do not have high encryption for secure online transactions or to protect online identity. Some websites illegally collect statistics on customers without their permission. Lack of privacy discourages people to use internet for conducting commercial transactions. And the third point is tax issue. Sales tax is another bigger issue when the buyer and seller are situated in different locations. Computation of sales tax poses problems when the buyer and seller are in different states. Another factor is that physical stores will lose business if web purchases are free from tax. And the fourth one is fear. People fear to operate in a paperless and faceless electronic world. Some of the business organizations do not have physical existence. People do not know with whom they are conducting commercial transactions. This aspect makes people to opt physical stores for purchases. And the fifth one, product suitability. People have to rely on electronic images to purchase products. Sometimes when the products are delivered, the product may not match with electronic images. Finally, it may not suit the needs of the buyers. The lack of touch and feel prevent people from online shopping. Sixth point is cultural obstacles. E-commerce attracts customers from all over the world. Habits and culture of the people differ from nation to nation. They also poses linguistic problems. Thus, difference in culture create obstacles to both business and customers. Seventh point is high labor cost. Highly talented and technically qualified workforce are required to develop and manage the websites of the organization. Since internet provides a lot of job opportunities, business organizations have to incur a lot of expenses to retain a talented pool of employees. And eighth one, legal issues. The cyber laws that govern the e-commerce transactions are not very clear and vary from country to country. These legal issues prevent people from entering into electronic contracts. Ninth one, technical limitations. Some protocol is not standardized around the world. Certain software used by vendor to show electronic images may not be a common one. It may not be possible to browse through a particular page due to lack of standardized software. Insufficient telecommunication bandwidth may also pose technical problems. Next one is huge technological cost. It is difficult to merge electronic business with traditional business. Technological infrastructure may be expensive and huge cost has to be incurred to keep pace with ever-changing technology. It is necessary to allocate more funds for technological advancement to remain competitive in the electronic world. Next, I am going to discuss about the difference between e-commerce and e-business. E-business and e-commerce are the terms that are sometimes used interchangeably, but in reality, these terms are different. The main difference between e-business and e-commerce are as follows. First one is, e-commerce is the subset of e-business, but e-business is a very broad concept while the e-commerce is only a small part of it. And second one, e-commerce is defined as conducting business communications and transactions through computer networks. It is the buying and selling of goods and services through digital communication. On the other hand, e-business is conducting business on the internet, but not just buying and selling, but also servicing customers and communicating with business partners. Third point, e-commerce involves those activities which are essentially in the nature of monetary transactions. However, e-business is a much broader term. There are many other things besides selling, including procurement of raw materials or goods, customer education, looking for suppliers, etc. Next point, to sell online is e-commerce, but to bring and retain customers and educate them online about the product or service is e-business. Having a website is not sufficient to do commerce, but it requires a professionally built website loaded with latest technologies to capture the attention of the visitors. Next point, e-commerce has also been defined as a process covering outward processes that touch customers, suppliers and external partners, while e-business covers internal processes such as production, inventory management, product development, risk management, finance, etc. Today, we have discussed what is e-commerce and what are the limitations or disadvantages of e-commerce and difference between e-commerce and e-business. In short, e-commerce can be described as the use of the internet and the web to transact business. More formally, digitally enabled commercial transactions between and among organizations and individuals. On the other hand, e-business can be described as the digital enablement of transactions and process with a firm involving information systems under the control of the firm. Thank you.